Good afternoon, greetings, salutations. I did want to weigh in on something that I missed with my other video, um, the situationship. I didn't weigh in on that because Kata and Zach said that they were exclusive. And some people said that's considered dating. Some people said that's a situationship. Some people said, no, it's exclusive. And this is my breakdown on that. I did want to speak on it finally. I didn't speak on it earlier because I didn't think it mattered. But it just keeps coming up. So I just wanted to say, as far as this goes, if you're on an island in Fiji in a contained area with only access to a certain amount of people, that's a very specific situation. All of them are in a situationship. At this moment in time, every single one of them is in a situationship. Now, then they broke it down to say girlfriend and boyfriend or dating or exclusive, which is which. Okay, I don't think in this setting it's appropriate to ask someone to be your girlfriend in this setting. You don't know that person. You are going to say that they're your girlfriend or your boyfriend, which means they represent you. You represent them. They are a reflection of you and your choices. You are a reflection of them and their choices. They don't know these people well enough to be their girlfriend or boyfriend. You don't know how they're going to behave when they are outside of this very confined, very controlled environment. You don't know what they're going to do. For instance, Trinity and Bryce, they have now decided to become boyfriend and girlfriend. You don't have enough information about him to make that decision because in this moment, Trinity does not know that Bryce is a man who will not defend her behind her back when she's not there. Zach has twice spoken about Trinity and Bryce did not defend her. At first he said, we have more fun as a group when Trinity's not there. Bryce said nothing. Zach has also said, I don't think she likes you that much. Bryce said nothing. He allowed Zach to convince him she don't like me that much. But he was already of that opinion when he went over there. And again, he didn't defend her. So she has agreed to be this man's girlfriend and does not know that he won't defend her if somebody talks negatively about her behind her back. She doesn't know that. So she doesn't even, in this setting, have enough information to agree to be his girlfriend. Because if somebody was to talk trash about Bryce in front of Trinity, what do we think is going to happen, given the Trinity that we've experienced? So she doesn't know her man will not defend her when she's not there. So if his family don't like her, if his friends don't like her, Bryce is going to do what? Let all that get in his head and dump her? It's not appropriate for them to be boyfriend and girlfriend. Not for any of them. You know? Casey and TT. This is a man who dumped his connection that he had for 3 weeks for you because you were more easily accessible physically. What do you think is going to happen when he leaves this villa and he has a DM full of women who are perfect 10s and look better than you? Or if Saul comes back and gets in his DMs, what do you think is going to happen? What's a high probability that that will happen? So that's not even appropriate for them to be girlfriend and boyfriend besides the obvious. And then Kata and Zach, I think that's actually the more appropriate action. Because when you're dating, typically in the dating world, the way it goes is you're open to date whoever until you say, let's only exclusively date each other. If you meet a man at the grocery store, he's nice, you get his number, you talk to him, you feel like he's safe to be around. And one day he says, let's go have dinner. You go to dinner, that's a date. You meet a guy at the gym, in a few weeks, you're talking to him, you get his number, he's funny, he knows about cars, you love cars, and he says, hey, let's keep this conversation going, let's have dinner. You're free to do that until one of them says, I don't want to date anyone else, I don't want you dating anyone else, I only want us to date each other. That's exclusive. But then at the same time, you have not decided to put a label on it and claim this person because you don't know what their behaviors are going to be like when you're not there. Over time, if you're exclusively dating the same person, you'll get to find out that one of his friends said something about her, and I told him I don't appreciate that, or your mom said this about me, I was upset. No, I'll talk to my mom about it. Then you have time in the real world to figure out, yeah, this person will stand up for me, he will defend me. You can figure that out in the normal dating world while you're exclusive. And then if you feel like over time this person represents you well, you represent them well, you would compliment each other, they're a good reflection on me, I'm a good reflection on them, then you can say, will you be my boyfriend? Will you be my girlfriend? So I do not think it's appropriate that any of them be boyfriend and girlfriend when they leave that villa. I think that what Zach and Kata are doing is appropriate. Just say, okay, we're not going to be entertaining other people, but you're not my man, you're not my girl. For all he knows, his mother may actually hate Kata's guts and say, don't bring that girl here. That's not appropriate for you to, again, make that kind of commitment without being exposed to the outside world and without knowing what their patterns of behavior and decision making is. So that's my take on the whole boyfriend girlfriend appropriateness, the whole exclusivity part of it, and the whole, situationship part of it. Let me know what you think. And also subscribe and hit the like and hype if you like. Y'all have sweet dreams and wait to find them real. And if something else occurs to me, I'll just pop on here and make another 5-minute video. Y'all have sweet dreams.